Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to do this Mother's Day inspired glitter swirl tumbler. So let's go ahead and let's get started. What I'm starting off here with is a 20-ounce skinny, and this is from the Stainless Steel Depot. And I went ahead and spray painted my tumbler black. I used the Color Shot black. I'm pretty sure it's called Black Tie. And we are going to apply our glitter using the epoxy method. So I have roughly about 20 milliliters of epoxy here, and I'm going to be adding Helix in with my epoxy because I want to give it that sparkle base on top of the black. Now you could use any color here. I do recommend like a darker color, that way you can get that extra sparkle. And all you need is a pea-size amount of this Helix. A little bit goes a long way. I get this from the Glitter Grind, and I will have a link for them down in the description box below. And while applying this epoxy, you want to use a very, very small amount. I will not be using all of this epoxy, but I mixed up 20 mLs only because it's easy to measure out. Now, I just like putting my epoxy in a zigzag motion and then spreading it around with a gloved hand all over my tumbler until I get a really, really thin coat all over the tumbler. All in all, I'm probably using a total of 3 to 5 milliliters for this very thin coat. Now that you have the epoxy on the tumbler, we can go ahead and start with our glitter. I'm using Silver Rainbow, of course, from the Glitter Grind, and oh my goodness, this silver is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm going to place this glitter in a swirl motion or a diagonal on the tumbler. So I'm just holding my tumbler straight and then holding my glitter kind of far up and lightly tapping, getting most of the glitter in the center of where I want most of my glitter to lay, and just letting it cascade outward because you do want it to kind of disperse from the middle, and just slowly turning my tumbler as I'm applying the glitter. Now you can make this section as big or as small as you would like, but we will be adding some Leopard Spot along this swirl. Now, after you have all your glitter applied, you want to let this sit for the curing time. I'm using a fast set here, so after about 2 hours, you can come back and we can start adding the spot. Now that our tumbler is cured for the 2 hours, I'm ready to add some Leopard Spot. Now I'm using this black paint from Arteza and Mod Podge. I'm only adding the black because the center of the Leopard Spots, I'm going to be using a black, so I wanted to tint the Mod Podge a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour a little bit of Mod Podge into this medicine cup, and then I'm going to add the Arteza paint in with it. Now that we have our mixture all mixed up, we are ready to start painting the center. Now, what I like to do is just kind of eyeball where I want my spots to be, and I just tap the Mod Podge and do it in like an almond or a football shape, and I will do that. I will go over it just a couple times, and I will do about 2 to 3 spots, and then I will glitter. That way my Mod Podge doesn't dry too quickly. And for the black, we'll be using carbon, which it's upside down. I'm so sorry. Oh, there it is. We'll be using carbon, and this is by far my favorite black from the Glitter Grind. And you just want to tap off the excess as soon as you get the glitter on there. And then you can move on to more spots. I like to do maybe a couple side to side and then one like in the middle. Really, it's wherever you would like to put your spots. And you're just going to do this all the way up through the swirl, the glitter swirl. And this is what our spots should be looking like. Now, at this point, you can go around to see if you want to add any more. I did decide to go ahead and add an extra spot right here at the bottom. Now, after you like the way that the spots look and how they're placed, we can go ahead and start adding the sides. Now, the glitter that I'm going to be using now is Desert Glow, and that's, of course, from the Glitter Grind. And what you want to do here is you basically want to almost outline the spots here. You want to go, I guess, the sides of the spots since it's like in an almond or a football shape. So each side, if that makes any sense. So what I'm using here is a fine paintbrush and some Mod Podge. And you just want to get some Mod Podge on your paintbrush, and then you want to start outlining the spot. And you're going to do this to all of the spots here. And then same way that I did the spots, I'll do like 2 or 3 of them, and then I'll glitter, and then I will move on to the next few spots. Now, after you're done with your spot, and this is looking stunning, you can go ahead. I would let this dry. I usually do for a few hours, even though Mod Podge dries really fast. I do a few hours, and then I will pop this on my turner and go in with one of my first coats of epoxy. Now, I went ahead and I epoxied this until it was smooth. I went in and gave it a light sand, so it's real nice and ready for a decal, which is why you can see the scratches and everything. So the decal that I'm going to be using is Mama, Mommy, Mom, and Bruh, because I kind of feel like right now I'm in the Mommy, Mom range, and I feel like Bra is probably going to be coming soon. And I absolutely love this saying. I think it's so funny. But the vinyl that I'm going to be using, it is from Teck Crafts, and they actually sent me a box of vinyl to review. I've never used their vinyl before, so this is my first time. I absolutely love their vinyl because if you've been watching my videos, y'all know that I hate Cricut vinyl. And I have been shopping around for new vinyl and trying new vinyl, and this is amazing. So yes, I will definitely be purchasing Teck Wrap in the future. Now the vinyl, I did an offset with this like chrome. It was very, very pretty. I chose the pink because I really thought that the pink would stand out, and I didn't want to add a silver or a gold because I didn't want it to be too much silver or too much gold on the cup. So I went with a color, that way it would pop more up on the black. Now, after you get done placing your decal, you're ready for your final coats of epoxy. What I'm using here is 20 milliliters of Speedy Petey, which is a fast set by DIY Epoxy. Absolutely love this epoxy. I will also have a link for them down in the description box below. But what you want to do is you just want to place this layer of epoxy all over your tumbler, making sure that it's nice and even and smooth. And you don't want to forget the bottom. I usually do about 2 coats for my final coat, or until it's nice and smooth. And after you get done applying your epoxy, you want to hit it with your heat gun or your torch. I personally like to use a heat gun to pop any bubbles that may be lingering. And that's it. You are finished. And this is our final result. I think this tumbler turned out absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And I want to thank you so much for watching this video. And I really hope this video inspired you to recreate this tumbler or something similar. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.